orders.
So, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So today, the main purpose of our meeting is to as we know, we have took up a project uh, from Meta and Nvidia, which basically focus on building robots using artificial intelligence. So right now, we all have to decide what kind of a robot, or maybe a humanoid robot, what kind of robot are we going to design and research and develop. So Mr. Ramesh, what about you?
I'm thinking about constructing a robot with artificial intelligence. It can which can do their activities on their own without taking any orders from respected persons. So that like we can use it in wars and other personal institution courses.
Yeah, I do agree what you're saying, but there is actually one flaw in it. See, what if you have mentioned that the robot which will do all the tasks by its own? There is a chance that the robot might misbehave or get malfunction.
Yes,
What if it do any kind of harm?
it's up to the chip that we present on this robot. What are the data that included in the chip that are the performance that only robot can do. So we can do that. We can include the data that which is not mostly dangerous to the humans. So,
But right now, the resources what we do have is it's not nearly impossible. It's a quite challenging to do. It's almost impossible with the resources that we do have right now.
Yes, Maury, according to the situations what they are facing in outside, that according to that situation, that robot will be act through that work.
Yeah, you said that the robot will actually work to that.
Yeah.
But
Suppose outside we having a fire accident. At that time, that robot will go and stop the fire.
you said that the robot would go and stop the fire. But what I do think is, with the technology do we have right now, I don't think that we could able to recreate. I think you're maybe taking any influence of any movie that you saw, but I don't really think that you could do. Instead of that, what I
it is quite possible, but by using AML, we are learning. The AML is nothing but training the robot. We have with the given data. Like that, the robot can train by taking data from ours, and it can manipulate the data and do it on do it that like their own technique.
Yes, Ramesh. Any weather conditions on robot is work on that place. Your in home operation that robot.
In a project, the robotic arms we have to decide to manipulate it, to voice about the robot. The robot will act to take left, to take right. But the AML robot was sometimes it maybe fails and weather conditions.
It is not possible all the way.
Codes are
Sometimes we
not
cannot. That is what I'm saying. Sometimes we cannot. Not in a situation like that, we cannot give a command to the robot. At that time, that robot will not follow any gestures like the doing what they don't know.
so
That's why I'm thinking of installing a AI that can
so
do their own things on the road.
do you really think that AI can take at most the best option? So let me tell you one scenario. Actually, there is a girl in a fireplace and there is a child in a fireplace. Now what? And there is only one option to save any one of them. Now, could you tell me what are the probabilities of AI saving the child or the woman? Because AI generally the decision making of the AI is so complex that it has to be best. But what I do think is still the AI is at very tentative steps. It's at very first generations of doing that decision making. I don't think that giving the autonomous control to the robot is the safest thing.
I'm not talking about the autonomous control. What you're saying is saving the one person in that situation. What will the robot choose? But you are saying that I'm talking about the situation where the robot we cannot give a proper command to that. At that situation,
Check yourself. Yes.
at that situation, by providing with the artificial intelligence, the robot may save either one of them. But you are saying you have to give orders. Whatever the odds that you're not able to give orders. At that time, the robot will not do anything, and the both will die. That's what I'm talking.
According to the situation, the robot will act means I suggest that giving orders when we are not there, we are not having in that place, we are giving orders means.
So what we could instead do is, when the fire accident happened, we'll know maybe
Yeah.
through news or
For
media.
suppose we don't know means what we.
Yeah. First, let me conclude. I'm speaking it. So give me a moment. So what I would like to tell is, we'll get the information any from source like from media or something like that. So we'll have the humanoid robots with us. So the command, the direct command which will be delivered to it is that we have to do. Okay, it's really it's a conflict between us, and what I would like to agree, what I would like to conclude is that what you have mentioned is really valid points, and what we have mentioned are also valid points which are need to be considered. So with all this consideration, uh, we'll try and keep on rectifying on it, and I hope you all agree.
One more the question more here.
Yeah.
How to a robotic front and back situation following any ideas and front and black how to sub them to following a situation or ideas. So,
So you have mentioned really valid points. Still, we are very the research and development stage. Definitely, we must sit together and you have to. We all must do research and development on that, so that only then we could rectify your problem. And I hope we all this conflict got solved. And yeah, all the best for everyone. Thank you.
thank you.
Huh. Good morning, all of you. Now we are discussing about the conflict topic of Android versus iOS. In the present market, in the technology, there is only two competitions are there: Android, either iOS. Now we are discussing about that. What is the
good and what is the better implementations before past years?
So we coming to the iOS, we have the better chipset on compared to your Android. So it's not in previous years it is so bad. So not suitable to the iOS.
Yes,
So
but
this time also you can't beat the
yeah,
iOS
that is a
chipsets.
good. But in the Android, there is a so much of performance is increased before comparing past years. In the iPhone, there is a A19, A17 is good, but in now the Android also giving the as much as equal competition of the iPhone, iPhone also.
Yes, I like your because but iOS has the most developing in our country for in our in our India most economic and because your high price can but mostly you use the phone lot of people.
Yeah,
Some of the
and
people are using Android. The details in UPS customer sales.
Android, yeah, Android builds a Google Assistant from become a iOS. Android builds iOS better than the Google Assistant.
Um, yeah, so we have Siri. So there is a better implementation assistant. Siri is the most advanced compared to Google or Bixby in Samsung.
But
So
Android,
they never beat like in assistant. So it's accurate, very accurate. It works on very accurate, like your compared to your Android.
Yes, in the Samsung also there is a Gemini. There is a Hey Google is also giving compared to before. Is Hey Google is also giving as much as accurate values and accurate results also.
So it is accurate, but it's not responding very fast. Compared to Siri, it's responding very slow.
but it Android gives a cycle to search option to
iPhone also
easy.
have.
Yes,
iPhone
that is
also
okay.
In
have
iPhone 17 Pro, it will be implemented.
But in the present market technology, only Android mobiles take overcome on the business of 70% in the global.
yes, I like.
So there is a not an iPhone.
No, iPhone is price point is high compared to Android. So that is the main point.
But
And Android they have lot of companies. In iOS only one company.
okay, that is good. We are
We have
offering so
only
much
one
of
company, but we have 30% sale.
yeah. That is the good. And in the Android, there is a so much of flexibility opportunities are there. There is a so much of third party apps are could be installed, and the some much of customizations also included in the. But in the iOS, there is a only system only.
Why we don't allow this third party apps because of the security issue.
No, that is a
We see a
security.
lot of Android mobiles they hack the mobiles, but iPhone is can't hack easy
Because
because of
iOS not is uh,
Yes.
other important apps are installed but not iOS installed because of security purpose. But
that is
Androids
what
are
I say.
Androids are some many apps are installed.
Yes.
They face problem for that
Yes,
apps
you are
also.
saying security purpose. That is a good thing. But in the Android, there is a free platforms
Free
are there.
developed.
There is any app is developed in the free. But in the iOS, there is a which you can use any app. It may be installed in a
Not
purchasing
only
of
Yes,
the
all.
like
money.
your point is right, Kanye, because of iOS, the most money the most money compared to Android or
So
But Androids are very useful for to build a lowest budgets to purchase all qualities of customers to build their low amount of because that much of iOS better than the
And
purchasing.
you can compare in the AI futures also. In the 2025, there is a any circle to brush on in the next thing and optimization of the image. There is a so much of far different than the iOS and the
okay,
Android.
we trying to implement almost all competitive to Android. We trying that, but in future we could be
In the
implemented.
Android, there is a budget series below 15K also. There is a good results on the AI. but iOS is not there.
We implement on that. We're working on that.
And
So coming to customizations.
okay, customizations. Okay, that is the next topic. Now we are coming to the battery life. In the day, you are almost used on the device only on the battery. Okay, but in the Apple there is a highest mAh battery is 4,700 600.
MAH is not the matter. How you optimize the battery.
Yeah,
If
but
you
can
coming to
see
iPhone
Android's
17,
iOS is
iOS
not
17 Pro Max, it's have 5,000 mAh battery. It's coming around 13 to 14 hours battery life. In Android, 7,000 mAh, it doesn't come to 11 hours also.
okay, but
How we optimize the device, that is the main the matter. How
but
much mAh is the not the matter.
in the iOS you are saying 17 Pro Max is giving 13 hours. But what is the brightness
It's around 3,000 nits.
compared to Android? There is a low brightness. We are seeing in Seekly in the summer there is a clearly
3,000
visible
is
on
enough
the.
for in the under the sunlight. Is 3,000 is more than enough. It's not go to 6,000 for.
Yes, that is the good thing. And in the Android, first of all, we are taking in the more customizable and the more variety devices are there. In the iOS, there is only one company, iOS. If you are purchasing and your dream mobile is you're purchasing, your minimum spending 50K or above 50K. But in the Android, there is a lot of features are there, and then you will go to the your budget of 6 to 10 is there, 10 to 20 is there, 20 30 there, 30 to 50 there, 50 to 1 lakh above there. Now we are conclude this in the Android. There is not a must optimizable on the iOS, but in the Android there is a giving good as much the human uses. You can take it and you can choose your own device also. Now we are coming to the OS. All are saying Android iOS is not good compared to
No,
iOS.
iOS is the good OS in market. Compared to Android, iOS is the must optimized.
Yes,
Compared
that
to
is a
Android is
must
the
optimization. But
best performance.
in now there is a lot of mobile companies are there in the Samsung where the come to the Fun Touch UA. I mean that will
One UI.
giving one UA that is giving butter smooth, and there is a given Origin OS in the Vivo and IQ mobiles and the Nothing OS. These all the to implement more the implement on the OS operating system and giving not not better than the iOS, but
But it's
I am
almost
surely
better.
saying almost iOS. There is a giving a seek full experience on the Android also.
So why we only choose only Apple means iOS? We have the ecosystem tightly integrated. If you have Apple, Mac, or anything in Apple products, it's tightly integrated. Easily you transfer the files to one device to another device.
But
But in
Android,
Android, there is
In the Android
has
also
lot of apps.
there is a implement
Save
on
Me,
that.
Nearby Save.
Okay, in the ecosystem we are backward. I am agree with, but in the ecosystem also in the Samsung and Nothing device also, there is a so much of ecosystem is developing. As much as after 2 to 3 years, then we can implement is more results on that. Now we are in a low grade, but we are good in that and improve in that.
we can improve some like ecosystems, so we can improve on my AI
AI
integrated systems.
Okay, let us say conclude this topic in the Android and the iOS. There is a two options are there to buying any mobile, but we are choosing which one.
Which one suitable to
Which one should be suitable to your use? Okay, not for seeing that way and that man that is not
completely
the
depends
use.
on
It completely depends on the user.
your user.
In the my point of view, Android is good because of there is a lot of budgets are there and your as much your bank balance you can choose anything like camera phones, gaming mobiles.
By
There
the
is.
Android, finally beats the Apple
Yes.
on the camera. It takes long more years, but it's finally beat it.
Yes, X200 FE. You are all know.
X200 FE.
X300 FE also there is a so much of customizable features are there.
Integrated camera
Integrated
lens.
camera lens, and
So
we
we
getting
don't have that, but they take so much of years to beat the iPhone in camera.
some points are there in the Apple is so far backward than the futures. In the calculator, there is all measurements units are there in the 10 years before in the Android, but after before that 1 year back, there is coming on the Android that will also to
Like
implement on the
our
iOS.
smoothness.
Yes.
So many years back, we have the smoothness in the mobile, and we have better chipset.
Androids are
This time also we can't beat on smoothness and
yes,
better chipset.
smoothness and the better chipness. I agree with, but in the present, we equal
try
to
to
the
we also try to
the
equal your integrated and
okay. There is in the technology market, there is two opportunities are there. In the we can choose any one thing, like user. It depends on the user. There is a not in Android is the backward and the iOS is the backward. There is a two combinations are the almost equal because we are flexible apps are there, but you are better user experience and the ecosystem are there.
also.
Security also you are most used, but in the all of the sales in the global Android series, well, there is a okay in the Android. This is all about that. And
For
you-
iOS, we are saying all about these things are way back, but we try to implement.
what you are saying, Android is good or iOS is it?
Maybe I max on
Your
iOS.
point of view,
You
Android is good, my
say
point of view,
AI
iOS
is
is good.
ChatGPT will be also.
No, trending on the present scenario is the AI.
Circle to such we also have what is the main means eraser, AI eraser.
AI
We
eraser.
not implement that much, but working on it. It's in future we on giving
And
all the software
not on
updates.
the eraser. There is a lot of features are there. Like in the Samsung, there is a pen, Samsung pen, S Pen, but iOS is not
In daily
supported
life,
that.
no one can use. So
Why?
very low,
In the educational, there is a so much of students are using notes, taking notes, and the
no one
interviews.
can take notes in mobile. They take notes in tablets. So
Okay.
Apple have tablets. They have.
I am saying there is a future. There is a feature are there in the Android, but your iOS is not there. I am
not
saying
needed
that.
for in daily users.
Okay.
That's why not included. So that's it.
Okay. In the my point of view, in the tech industry, there is a no not one is the beat of the. There is a both are equal,
Almost all equal.
but you're choosing on
we
the
work
user
on, you are
experience.
working on some scenarios. We are working on the some.
You also agree with that point. Okay. Thank you.